I'm sure you've all heard it before. Less is more. And what does that actually mean? Well, I'm going to frame this in terms of eating and diet and things like that, but it could be taken as far as training. It can go so many places. But let's talk about less is more as far as diet. Less meals in a specific window is more beneficial than multiple meals. So, what does this mean? So, say you're going, for the sake of simplicity, an 8 hour eating window. And in terms of intermittent fasting, that's fairly common to have an 8 hour eating window. You have 16 hours where you don't eat, 8 hours where you eat. Now, some people will say, eat throughout that window. You have 8 hours to eat whatever you want. That is very, very bad advice. Now, why is that? Because you have that window. Why not take advantage of it? Because every time you eat, insulin goes up. Every time insulin goes up, your body stops burning fat and starts storing fat. So, what does that mean? That means, let's say over the course of that 8 hour window, you eat 6 times, 6 meals. You say, well, I need to do that to keep my metabolism going. That is so untrue because every time you have that meal, your insulin spikes. Again, fat storage stops, fat storage kicks in, fat burning stops, and what happens? You're putting on weight. Now, let's cut that down. Now, instead of having 6 to 8 meals within that 8 hour window, let's cut it down to 2 meals. So you break your fast with a meal. Your insulin will go up, but then it will drop back down again, and you'll be back into fat burning again until your second meal, say at the end of that 8 hour window, and then you'll have that spike and then drop down again. So look at all the extra time you're going to be spending burning fat. You could be eating the same foods, literally the same foods within that window, but how you break them up affects how your body burns them. Protein is thermogenic, so it takes energy for the body to process protein. So now you're taking that protein and your body's using energy to burn it in these two big chunks. The fat, everything is just, it works out so much better for your metabolism. And it seems so simple. Again, you're keeping the calories the same. And I know so many people, and you think this is not true, but they've gone, they said, okay, I'm going to try fasting. And they literally went within an eating window and they took it down to 2 meals versus, and initially some people did this totally incorrectly. They said, okay, I'm going to eat what I normally eat over the course of 12 hours and I'm just going to squeeze it in over those 8 hours. And they said, nothing happened. I didn't lose any weight. When they took that and broke it into 2 feedings instead of 5 to 6, they started to lose weight and they were amazed by this. They started to burn fat. And this happens again because you are controlling the insulin spikes. Calories in, calories out matters, but your body is a biochemical lab where it is processing things. It's not just cut and dry. And by you having those 2 meals instead of 6, you are changing everything. You're changing the hormonal balance, the insulin sensitivity, the fat storage. You are changing everything just by making that very simple change. And you want to know the truth? Trying to fit all of your normal calories into just 2 meals is going to be pretty tough. So, just by proxy, you're probably going to be eating less calories in addition to getting the benefits of the less insulin spikes. You're probably going to be taking in a few less calories, and that's going to balance things out as well, all working in your favor. It's really not that hard. You could do this. Fasting is so, so simple. My book, where is it? Here it is. 5-star reviewed book, Fasting That Works. It is available on Amazon. In the back of the new edition on the last page, there is a coupon code for my course. It is a 2 hour, 6 module course. I sell it separately. I decided to include it in the price of the book. You buy the book, just the paperback, not the ebook. You buy the book and you get the code, and you not only have the book to read, but you have the entire course. It is so simple. You could reach your goals. You could be healthier. You can have more energy. You can have the body that you are happy with. And you could do this it doesn't take that much. It's not as hard as you think it is. Just give it a shot.